Malibina, how do you respond to people who say that eating healthy is expensive? I'm dietitians will say you must eat legumes and bulgur wheat and quinoa and all of these things, but they come at a cost, hey? And we know the cost of living crisis is a real thing. Food is getting more and more expensive. So how do you respond to people who say, I would like to eat healthy. It's just easier for me and cheaper, more affordable for me to just cook pap every day?
I understand people are going through hard times because of the economy, and things are not as affordable as they perhaps they used to be. And for some people have never even worked in their lifetime, so I understand and the challenge that people face. Yeah. But I think when we speak of things like vegetables and fruit, a lot of times they are not as expensive, especially if you buy them. For instance, if you, let's say there's a family of 4, if you buy a bag of apples, or you buy a bag of bananas, or a box of bananas, you buy that in that way, you tend to save more money. Yeah. And I think the other thing that is key is also try to, if you are able to grow, I always encourage people to grow. I know it's not easy, but if you have the love for gardening, or you are able to start an urban garden, that's also a way of reducing the cost of actually. Yeah. And remember, there are other foods, like for instance, things like lentils. Lentils are not beans are not as expensive. Just that maybe like beans might take long to cook, but there are ways of making sure that you don't use up a lot of electricity by, for instance, either cooking in a hay box or in a wonder bag and things like that. Yeah. So I think also the other thing with healthy eating, it requires a lot of planning. Yes. So you need to plan, you need to budget for the food, and just try to get a much more affordable alternative in terms of you don't have to eat meat every day. We know meat is costly, so there's other options of protein like we've mentioned, like beans and lentils. Yeah. So it's not cheap, but it's still better than maybe perhaps eating meat every day. Yeah. And then also the other thing, instead of eating a full piece of meat, you can make it as a stew and just extend it, and maybe add extra beans or vegetables so that it's more, it becomes more in the pot and you're able to serve more people. Yeah. So it requires a lot of planning. I understand that. Yeah. A lot of budgeting and also looking out for promotions. Buy when there's promotions. And I think the other thing that is key, if we eat what we need and not eat more than that, we can save a lot.
100%. Amen to that. People who want to follow
what your body needs, don't eat beyond that.
Eat what your body needs and don't go beyond that. I think, that's never been more relevant than it is now, because things are really, really tough. People who want to follow your movements and get more of this advice, Malibina, where do they follow you?
Okay, they can actually find me on, I've just opened a social media for specifically diet and nutrition advice. So nice. I'm on Instagram, it's Budala Wellness. And on LinkedIn, I've got a page also, Budala Wellness. And on Threads, also you can find me on YouTube as Budala Wellness.
Budala Wellness.
Yes.
And that's it. All right, let's leave it there for this week. Always such a great pleasure chatting to you. Thank you so much for your time, and have a good day further.
Thank you so much. Have a good one too.
I received. Dietitian Malibina Butsana.